Hello, my friends. Today's date is November the 3rd, and this is a reading for you. If this is your birth date, you can also use this if this is an anniversary or if this is a decisive or eventful day in your memory. You might look at it through that lens. But this is primarily a birthday reading for the year to follow. This is a 4 card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis. So, what is the general energy card of this year? Well, it's the Destroyer. And this is a very powerful card that bespeaks a time when we feel like the rug gets pulled out from underneath us. That something is destroyed that we held great significance to. That destruction is necessary to weed out stagnant things, and that from that destruction can new senses of yourself and your purpose and your life be built. Something old, some foundation that you believed in, or some connection that you had to something or someone or yourself has to die. It has to be destroyed. It has to no longer exist in order for you to move on in some level. And this is a powerful, difficult, but can be extremely life changing in positive directions if you allow it to be. It's never going to be easy, and it's never probably going to be fun, but it has valuable lessons to teach you. So, what is your particular challenge? November the 3rd. This is the Empress. So this is something about the Empress, something about the mother, something about the earth and the nurturer that she is, something about the mother and the nurturer that she is, something about the feminine side of self and others, about the nurturing side that we can have for ourselves, and the intuitive side that we can have for ourselves, and the healing and cleansing side we can have for ourselves. But the Empress usually designates mother. So this is a sense of maybe something your mother is destroying, something that you didn't want destroyed. Maybe the organization that you felt was like a motherly organization to you is doing something that it feels like is sacred to you but being destroyed. Maybe it's your family, and someone is destroying something that you think you have needed in your life, and they're changing it for you. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe you are destroying something on one side of your head and being, but some part of you, the emotional part of you, may be holding on so hard that it feels like you've lost a very big thing, a very big connection, very big memory, and it's now a memory. So your challenge is to be at peace and go with the flow when big destructions happen in our lives, and to face them, and to not and allow them to change, because they're going to change regardless. You can't fight against the destroyer, and you can't fight against that sense of something that, mothers push us out of the nest so we can become ourselves. And your mother can't save you now. Your mother can't necessarily help you now. It's all up to you, and it's all up to your intuition. It's all up to your allowing for grace and surrender and patience, and you're allowing for love and compassion to yourself and to others who might have been just catalysts for you to change, because ultimately this is about you changing and becoming something truer to yourself, something more authentic to yourself. Maybe a wish you had when you were a child that you put aside because you didn't think it was a possible wish or a positive wish, or it was naysayed by others, or somebody else roped up your path, or you roped out your path on your analytical scale, but you didn't take into consideration your own heart, your own wants, your own feelings toward something else that might have given you more passion in what you're doing. So there's a lot of questions to unwind there. And so what's the action you can take? Well, it's Prairie Dog. And Prairie Dog says retreat. Prairie Dog, stands up at the edge of its hole, surveying the landscape, will sit there for hours, it seems, ducking and diving, ducking and diving, looking around and ducking and diving, and looking around and and it's on watch, it's aware, it protects its family, it protects itself. And when something is coming, or when the need for rest is there, or if when the need for food and family is there, he goes into his retreat, she goes into her retreat, they go into their retreat to rebuild themselves, to remember themselves, to nurture themselves, and I think ultimately to listen to the wisdom when the senses are safe in this, and the psychic energies are calm because they're shut out, they're outside your cave. This is a sense of you, it's calling you to go inward, to be more patient with yourself, to be more open to your old wants, to be more open to your old traumas, because in the sense of your old traumas maybe sits the sense of what is the truest to you of what you need to do. So this is a very powerful time for you to listen and be quiet and listen to the winds of time, and listen to the winds of memories, and listen to the winds of change, because things will change. Time will make things feel less harsh and hard and difficult, but you have to go through it with a sense of patience and trust. You have to find your grounding again, where you can sink your feet in and make your life happen once more. The prairie dog can help you with that. You have to let your winters come, and your springs and your summers and falls follow. You have to go through the seasons of change, the seasons of destruction, to say, but in the spring, this tree will produce more leaves and more fruit. So everything is cyclical, everything is timed, everything has a sense of a measure of truth to it that says, you just got to go with the flow. It's not easy, but you have to go with the flow. Face your feelings, face your thoughts, face your fears, face your desires, face those things that have been squashed, face those losses that you incur, face those dear ones that might leave you, face those situations, those events, those places that you might need to leave for some reason because they're not supporting you in the way that you feel like you need to be supported. And you got to go listen to yourself to really find out what you ultimately need and want in your life, and make a clear and clean decision about where you need to go. And from the ashes of the destruction that comes in your life, maybe that's big and maybe that's small, maybe small ashes, small traumas still can push you along very deeply, and the loss of something dear can hurt you very deeply and make you reflect very deeply on your life and what matters and what is the best thing that you can pursue. When you have your own cycle, when your life is in a particular time, length, and period, and style, and things that get done. So what's important to you? And that's really the ultimate question about this. What is important to you? Can you trust that the mother is going to feed you and nurture you and take care of you when you need it? Can you let go of things and places that say, no, you have to get out from here now. This has been destroyed, or these have been destroyed, and you have to go now on your own journey. You have to leave the nest. You have to leave the sense of your mother helping you. You have to leave the sense of privilege, possibly, or apathy that you might have had. You have to dive into your whole, dive into your meditation, dive into your connection to the deepest root of yourself, your emotions, and let them talk to you about what you need to change, what you need to allow, how you can allow it, how you can become like the tree going through its seasons, leaving, coming, going, leaving, coming, going. Blessed be. It's going to be an interesting year, and you might look for help from other people. You might not too. Ahom Takuyasa. No wrong paths.